Probably not, because I always look like crap.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. So we got an autocross event tomorrow, and this is not a race car, but I'm trying to turn it into one. Just today I put slicks on some wheels that I had and the numbers on there and all the fake stickers. Those are all magnets, so I can make the car look cool. The seats that are in it are actually for the real race car that I'm not done with yet because I'm a slacker. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It's gonna be super sick, and I'm gonna win just like I did at go-karts. Basically, you got big parking lot, big asphalt slab. Bunch of cones out there. There's kind of a track made within the cones. It's not really kind of a track, it is a track made out of cones. It's all timed, so basically you make the fastest lap you can make. You go against the other people in your class. If you hit a cone, you get docked points. You know, there's a little bit to it. So it's been a while. So this is the same car that I had before in earlier videos, but it's been fully gutted, caged. It's getting all new systems. Well, when we were working on the cage in the last video, I wasn't planning on doing this. I was planning on putting new suspension on it and being done. Anyways, we sent the car off for acid dipping and decided to build it from ground up. The whole body, other than the tub itself, is all now fiberglass. All this stuff's fiberglass. We've dropped about 600 pounds from the car, and we're also going to add a couple of turbos to it, so it's going to be lighter and more powerful.
Oh, hey guys, how are you guys doing tonight? Well, what I'm doing, right Jim? Is that how you do it? Jim's not even listening to me. So basically, right here, I've got a handhead chopper that I'm building. I picked it up from a guy in Washington a couple weeks ago. Stripped it apart, just got it all painted up, and hopefully in a couple weeks it'll be done. And I'm gonna shoot it with Roller Magazine, which is a chopper magazine out of Japan, which will be pretty cool. Do a little feature, probably get it sold. So be sick to show it off once it's done.
I'm a basketball player now, watch this. First try, I meant to do that, just like that. Yeah.
Minecraft players in the building right now.
Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Just like that. We got a race car. Turn your street car into a race car.
Right here.
There we go.
Right here.
That looks way cooler now.
So, Bud, are you participating or watching in the autocross?
Yeah, I don't have a car to run. I tried to run the Lambo one time, and it's geared so high, it's lugging the whole time. And the roof's so low with a helmet on, I'm driving with my head sideways. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Plus, it's in the shop right now. And how this be the pit crew?
Trying to get him to race the trusty old Nissan. A little scared, I guess.
I put temporary air filters on this car like a million years ago and just kept running them. So I'm gonna actually switch them out for some that I just bought that are much more aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. So I'm gonna pull these things off really quick, and then we might just go on a test drive and see if it affects the way the car drives or if it's gonna be fine. Because if they flow a lot better than these ones, then the car's gonna get, or the engine's gonna get more air than it was getting before, and that's gonna host a, not really a problem. It's just that I would need to adjust things. So my senior year of high school, I was obsessed with autocross. Got permission from the principal to do this. We did an autocross in the high school parking lot. I'm sure I'm the only person that's ever done it and probably gonna be the last. But it was cool getting to actually do that, because not only is it a small parking lot, but then you need to keep where you're driving somewhat far away from the edge of the parking lot in case someone were to spin out or lose control. You don't want them sliding through a fence, apartments or something like that, like right on the edge there. So if you were to go flying into people's backyards or whatever, that wouldn't be very good. So it made it a really small track with a pretty mediocre turnout. A handful of people showed up, but it was still a lot of fun. I really wish that I at least still had like the flyer or something that, you know, was advertising that, but I don't.
AJ, you running your car? The Nissan Sentra? We got 2 muffin tops. This one? This one. Oh. That was that f***ing like 12 o'clock Taco Bell that we had last night. While we were getting everything ready to go. We were all helping Jim. We're pulling an all-nighter. Jim and Darrin more so than me. Got out of there at midnight, and then Darrin and Jim had to keep working.
Oh yeah, I don't know, it was almost 2. It was like 1:40 or something.
Are you nervous, Kenny?
No, not really. And we pretty well just grew up like performing and racing and shit, so it's not that big of a deal. I think I started racing, I mean, this is dirt bikes, you know, but I started racing at 4 years old. Territorial motocross in Eugene, Oregon, on Territorial Road. And yeah, started racing. Your helmet can't be over like 10 years old or something, and ours were like way over that, so. Oh, there we go. Hopefully I don't do that.
That's what I like saying.
Starting gate there.
Starting gate, have the car running and everything. Some dude's gonna wave a flag and you're gonna go.
So you see there's a cone here with another cone pointing at it. Usually that cone pointing means you need to go on that side of the cone.
Both pointing in.
This one is obviously, you got both. It's pretty obvious where this one's telling you to go. This is what you consider a gate. If you were to drive completely off to the side of this thing around it, they'll deduct or add 10 seconds to your score, which totally screws you. If you hit a cone, any one of the cones, they add 2 seconds to your score, so that's not good either, because 2 seconds is a lifetime. There's a box around it, and I'll go over this in the driving meeting, but as long as it doesn't come out of that box, it's still good. But if it's knocked over and still in the box, then you're screwed. Or if it pushes over completely out of the box, then you're screwed.
Yeah, for those of you who struggled with the old driver game to do the first little thing before you could actually go and like drive out on the streets, most people didn't know what a slalom was. You're in that little parking garage, that weaving formation.
So finish your course walks and start thinking about heading over this direction for driver's meeting in 15 minutes.
Robert and I got this one.
We got this one for America.
For the States. You know what Corvette stands for? First on race day.
I just don't want to look stupid and like hit a bunch of clowns.
I'm trying to get all the air out from around my turd, so I know it's just solid turd ready to come out. Smell that?
Everybody else.
Over here. Over there. He's deaf.
He's gonna be like, how do you spell your name?
Yeah.
I want to do something more fun than that.
Yeah, Rose was videotaping.
Well, the shirts have the name on them and the size, like the name of the person that they go to. And the first one, I just gave him a shirt.
Oh. yeah, I walk up there and I was like, he chose the most
Advanced
volunteer that he could have.
Don't use that word, JJ.
See, I suffer from short-term memory loss.
You keep forgetting this circle right there.
Right where?
We have Kenneth Johnson. You know, Kenneth is an awesome name for a Corvette owner. Just gonna say it. That was a pretty good run.
45, that's impressive.
Kenneth got a gate. Kenneth was a 45, which is awesome, but a gate, which is not awesome. Overall, I give you an awesome score. It is very good. Ooh, more brakes, please. Okay. So
I went through the wrong part just barely. I missed one cone. Real confusing when you're like walking it. It's like makes sense, but man, when you get in a car, you're starting to go fast.
Okay. Oh, that was kind of
That's what happens when you run slicks. You get so much traction that you just snap axles right off. I actually correctly guessed exactly what happened while I was still way over there. Right after it happened, I was like, oh, you just broke an axle.
I think currently kicking Darrin's ass.
Okay, well, moving on from that.
That's good. We forgot to make an official bet though, so now I can't make a bet because he's probably gonna know that I'm leading him too much. We're gonna throw 20 bucks down on a bet, but oh well. The thing is, it's been so long since we've done this that it's kind of hard. It doesn't seem like it's that complicated when you're walking it, but when all of a sudden you're trying to go as fast as you can, it's just a bunch of cones in the middle of a parking lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I won, but I'm pretty sure I probably did. Yeah, that's me. This cocky piece of shit.
Ready?
I'm gonna get my payback if he's anything like me.
It's all dirty, just like JJ.
We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck, and we're on our way.
Like honestly, there's nothing that could have carried that many people down to the store and gotten them back as quickly as the Deuce and a Half did because of all of its power. I mean, it's basically a turbo with a truck built around it. I don't know if you could hear it with JJ's mic or not, but the turbo sounds dope.
We're just gonna do some bracket racing. We're not racing heats the first. We're gonna just do a trial and error with just some straight brackets. I mean, we could do some heats.
You have a cut in your shirt.
A what?
A cut in your shirt.
A hole?
Yeah.
Because I've been wearing it for like 10 years. Here's the plan. Us four here, gonna race. Top two end up here. Same there. Then it'll be just a one-on-one
Wait, so I can drag yours?
to the winner.
Then why are you?
I don't know if I should just go ahead and pre-write my name in there. Oh, we forgot to grab the trophies, Jim.
Honey.
Yeah.
I'll go grab trophies.
Did you put your guys' name on them already?
No. I should have. Here's how the start works. It goes 3, 2, 1. On 1 is where you pull the trigger.
3, 2, 1.
This adrenaline is comparable to like when I'm actually like jumping a mountain bike and about to break my neck. And I'm just driving a toy.
Gosh, I need to take something to get my heart down. help me turn that one car thing back up?
Darrin did say if your car breaks.
I totally called it. I said Jim's gonna lose the wheel and Darren's gonna break.
And Homer's gonna pull through.
I'm gonna win.
And I took it! Woo! Yeah. So we've got Jim with first place, Robert got second place, I got third place. So those are the three that get trophies. And then Darrin got fourth place, which means we call those red trucks trophy-less trucks. Hey guys, if you've made it this far, please consider giving us a like on this video. And so since Darrin always complains that I talk too much in the videos, we decided to put this clip at the very end. So here's some bonus footage for you. So in case you were wondering, when we were driving this truck earlier, this is a 1968 Kaiser Jeep 2.5 ton military truck, or M35. So it's an M series truck, much like a Humvee. However, these came way before a Humvee. Of course, being a 68. So these are very common to have been driven in Vietnam, carry cargo, carry troops over lots of different terrain, moves them closer to the front of the battlefield, or moves them to the rear with the gear. So, pretty cool truck. Uses a 6-cylinder diesel engine. Of course, it's turbocharged. If you were watching the clip earlier, it's like super turbo sounding. It's awesome, I love it. This truck was given to us by one of our neighbors just right down the road. He had it sitting for, I believe, about 10 years. We were constantly kind of like harassing him a little bit and trying to get the truck from him. We were going to buy it, but he finally decided to give us a call one day to come pick it up and get it out of his yard. And so we went down there, we towed it home with a Humvee. We parked it in the yard. You've probably seen it even in the background of some of our other shots. And it was in the background of the sand rail video too. Getting ready for today with this racetrack for Robert's birthday, we used the Humvees, pulled the deuce and a half out of the way, moved to the greenhouse where the deuce and a half was, and then back to the deuce and a half where the greenhouse was, and it was going to be our platform for standing in while we were driving the RC cars. But our dad, in typical Bud Johnson fashion, says, well, that's kind of useless for that big old truck. I can get it running. I can get it running today. Being the man that he is, got it running in about an hour. And then put brake fluid in it. The brakes started working. Then we were able to put the thing in gear, starts rolling and everything. It's like, huh. Took it for a drive, found out that it's incredibly slow. The tires may not have necessary air pressure. Pumped all those up, and we've been driving it and just having a good time with it ever since. So big thanks to our dad for getting the thing running. Axles that are used on a truck like this, they're 2.5 ton Rockwell axles. These are very common to see on like monster trucks, rock crawlers, rock bouncers, stuff like that. They'll either use like a 2.5 ton Rockwell or even a 5 ton Rockwell. Usually monster trucks like the big Monster Jam monster trucks, like a real one, those are 5 ton Rockwells. So you gotta get down here, it's really cool, like look at stuff, like how big everything on this truck really is. Like the frame rail is huge, it's massive, and it's made out of very thick metal too. So it's like a truck like this, honestly, would have actually been worth a decent amount in scrap. It's really cool that our neighbor just gave it to us.